Close-Up is brought to you by the Kia Sorento R, redefining the power of Kia.
If anyone knows how to multitask, it's mums. And now the fire service wants you to add another string to your bow. Firefighter. It's all part of a recruitment drive for much-needed volunteers. So, can you stand the heat out of the kitchen?
Early in the morning, in the middle of the day, right in the middle of dinner.
They page everybody.
It doesn't matter when the siren goes, they're out the door. And whether it's a factory, a paddock or a house on fire.
See, the windows are cracking, she's getting pretty warm in there.
A car crash, an earthquake or just a false alarm. It could be volunteer firefighters who attend, and they do it all for free. While about 1,700 career firefighters look after our large urban centres, there are about 8,000 volunteers, mostly in rural areas and small towns. And these guys and girls are the community's front line in an emergency.
We see a fair share of carnage.
On top of their day job, on top of their family. And again, they're just volunteers.
So why aren't more joining that front line? Joining now is National Recruitment Manager David Utumapu, who is in New Plymouth. David, I thought people would be flocking to be firefighters or volunteers.
Well, they are, but unfortunately not in all of our centres, unfortunately. Some of our areas do struggle in finding suitable people to volunteer.
Is that what, mainly remote, rural areas? Is that the biggest problem?
Definitely, Mark. It's those areas where maybe they're challenged by the most people who live in the town, work or commute to their place of business and only are available during the evening. So the biggest challenge we have for some of our brigades is definitely in daytime manning. What's
caught a lot of people's attention is this pitch you've put out, partly for stay-at-home mums, that they could become volunteer firefighters. How could that work?
Look, we've made some real changes in our recruitment strategy, and one of the biggest ones is stop asking the first question is, are you good enough to be a volunteer? Make the first question, are you available to? And stay-at-home mums are available during the daytime. So it's about focusing on people who are able to respond and help out.
Yeah, but what happens if they get the call, but they've got Bubba at home and they can't take him or her with them?
Absolutely not. Some of our brigades have been really showing some real great initiative in dealing with these problems. One brigade in particular, down south, uses a daycare centre to take care of the children when the mothers go to a fire call. Some brigades have one mother stay at the fire station and take care of the children while they're going to a fire call. So really out of the square stuff, and these initiatives have been led by our brigade, so it's fantastic.
We're talking about stay-at-home mums. Where are the stay-at-home dads? Why can't they do the same thing?
Absolutely. We're looking for people who are suitable and available during the day. One brigade here in Taranaki uses high school students who go to school next door to the station. So during the hours of school time, they make themselves available to respond.
What could put some people off is they might think, yeah, this is okay, but what, am I going to be sort of carrying people out of burning houses? Am I up to it?
But there's a real perception out there, and it's been kind of grown for many years, that to be a firefighter, even a volunteer firefighter, you have to be really strong and fit. Fitness and strength is a key part, but it's not necessarily the most important parts. We're looking for community-minded people who are willing to give back to the community, and it's not all about giving. There is a lot got back from being a volunteer. Experience, training, camaraderie, some real variety, and to enjoy some really good challenges.
OK, if I put my hand up or someone put their hand up, they're watching tonight, how long does it take? I mean, I presume you train them.
Yeah, absolutely. We take care of all the training and all the induction. The quickest it could happen is 3 months. So from joining to going through the training courses, finishing your time on station, about 12 weeks. Typically a little bit longer than that, depending on how things flow, but about 3 months. OK, look, you want people to join. If the people are watching, you want them to join. Give them your best pitch right now. Tell them why they should volunteer. Thanks, Mark. Look, variety, challenge and camaraderie. The New Zealand Fire Service offer these things in spades. If you're looking for something new, something challenging, and you want to work with like-minded people, working for your community, getting some real satisfaction for what you've done, then I suggest looking at the Volunteer Fire Service.
Good on you. Thanks, David. There you go. Free ad for the fire service. You've heard the pitch. If you're up to that challenge, the number to call is 0800 FIRE RECRUIT, RECRUIT, and we'll have our details on our website.